Loot drops are the best. Today, I'm going to show you some of the RPG products and accessories that I've picked up this winter on this episode of the Local Disaster Tour Guide. Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Mark and I am the Local Disaster Tour Guide. That's right, I'm a storyteller who's invested in even more things I can use to torment my players. Welcome to my channel where we talk about role-playing games like Pathfinder and Starfinder. And today I'm going to be doing a simple but fun, I guess you would call it teaser video for this channel. I'm going to be sharing some of the RPG products and accessories that I have picked up over the last few months for my role-playing games. We just got through the holiday season and I have gotten a lot of gifts and I've gotten a lot of gift money that I've been able to use to kind of expand my RPG collection. And I thought it would be fun to try out a new style of video where I just kind of give you a sample of the things that I have picked up as a bit of a teaser for some of the RPG review videos that I will be doing in the next couple of months. So this is a little bit of a different style of video for me, but I'm curious to see how you all respond to it. And as we go through some of these products, I am going to be presenting some questions to the Local Disaster Tour Guide community. And you all can give me some feedback on how you would like me to best approach some of the videos I am thinking about doing. Now, before I show you any of these, I do want to say really quick that all of these products are something that I either bought for myself or received as a gift from somebody. So none of these products have been sent to me by any of the companies that make them, and no one has requested these reviews. These are all things that I have picked up, again, either myself or via a gift. And I'm just kind of looking forward to sharing my thoughts on some of these products that I have acquired. So the first category of items that I'd like to talk about today is a category of items that I've been working on for a couple of years as an RPG hobbyist. For years, when I did role-playing games, I did almost exclusively theater of the mind style games. And if I'm being honest, most of my games still resort to theater of the mind the vast majority of the time. But several years ago, I came to the realization that sometimes a map is a good thing, sometimes miniatures are a good thing, sometimes that physical representation of what is happening in the story helps your players get into the game better, helps your players understand the scenario better, and helps increase the tension and drama of the game a lot more effectively. So even though I love a good theater of the mind style session, a few years ago I definitely began trying to figure out how I could create tactical maps and tactical situations for my players. And this was a difficult challenge for me. Number one, because I had some budgetary limitations, and number two, because I had a lot of space limitations. Things like Dwarven Forge or miniature collections are awesome, but I have neither the money nor the space to really collect things like that, and so I knew that I couldn't really go that route, and so over the last few years I've tried a few different things to try to come up with a makeshift or ad hoc way of creating these tactical layouts, tactical maps for my players. And recently I have settled on some combinations that I think work well for me. And over the winter holidays, I have been able to pick up a few things to kind of help out with that at my gaming table. Now, the first thing that I want to talk about, I actually won at a Christmas party. And it was the Pathfinder Battles Thieves Guild Premium Set. This is the Altar to Nagorber from that particular set. I actually already took this set out of the box, and a lot of the pieces are too small to kind of show you in this format. But basically it is some scatter terrain that you can use to demonstrate a Thieves Guild at your table. And the largest piece, and quite possibly the piece I'm going to have the most fun adding to my stories, is this like evil altar that can be the centerpiece of a battle for your players. So the Pathfinder Battles Thieves Guild Premium set is one of the things that I have picked up to kind of portray tactical scenarios for my players. But what good is scatter terrain if you don't have buildings to put the scatter terrain in? And this item actually goes several months back to my birthday. In August, I convinced my wife to do a Kickstarter for the Dirt Cheap Dungeons Regent's Castle set. This is a set that is designed to allow you to build your own castles for use at your RPG table. And my wife quite graciously allowed me to get this as a birthday present for myself. This allows you to lay out your own castles. It has some stackable elements that allow you to build towers and different things like that. And when I did the Kickstarter, I went for the Regent set, so I've got the ability to build some pretty massive structures with this set. This is a first for me, but I am really excited to have the opportunity to actually build my own buildings for my players to explore in my games. So this is the Dirt Cheap Dungeons Regent's Castle set. And because I did the Kickstarter, I also got the Kickstarter expansions for the Regent's Castle set. So there are things like bridges and prison cells and decorations. I believe there's also like magical force walls inside of here. So that's something I'm going to get to show you as well, along with the base castle set itself. So I have some scatter terrain. I have the ability to build buildings, but I definitely still need some maps. And one of the map sets that I picked up this winter is from Arcknight. It's their Textures 2 pack, Hostile Environments. And this is actually a package that I've already gotten to bust out a little bit. This package includes desert terrain, swamp terrain, a lava field, and a snow field, which I got to bust out for my Christmas session with my Pathfinder group. Now, I absolutely love Arcknight maps, and honestly I've been tempted to do a review of Arcknight maps just by themselves for a while now. But there's one final element to this tactical conglomeration that I try to pull together for my players. I've got terrain, I've got buildings, I've got maps, but what about miniatures? Well, my wife will tell you I have a little bit of problem when it comes to the Pathfinder and Starfinder Pawns collection. And this is my most recent addition from that, which is the Pathfinder 2nd edition Player Character Pawn Collection. I have really fallen in love with the Pathfinder and Starfinder Pawns because I have found them to be a really cheap way to gather a really large collection of usable miniatures at my gaming table. So this is my most recent addition to that collection. Now when it comes to reviewing the products I just showed you, I will admit I'm a little bit conflicted about the best way to do those reviews, and so I'm actually going to put this out to the community and ask you, would you rather I do individual reviews for each of the products I've shown you, or would you be more interested in kind of a combination review where I show you how I use these elements together to create tactical maps for my players? A few months ago, I tried to do a specific review for the Pathfinder Starfinder Pawns, and I ended up not publishing that video because I didn't like the way it turned out. I personally feel like it's kind of hard to talk about these items on their own because I have collected these items to use them together to create maps and encounters for my players. And so it just kind of feels weird for me to talk about them individually, but I'm also literally talking about items from 4 different companies here, and so I don't know what the best way to do a review video for these items would be. Would you rather me talk about the items individually, or would you be more interested in seeing how I use these items together to set up my gaming table? Let me know in the comments down below. And I know this is a little bit early for one of my videos, but If you could like the video and subscribe to the channel and share the video, it helps this channel to grow, it helps this community to grow, and it helps bring more people into these conversations. But speaking of Pathfinder, I have also managed to pick up some Pathfinder 2nd Edition specific accessories. The first one is the Bestiary 2 battle cards. I have done a review video for the Bestiary 1 battle cards, and I'll try to throw a link up here if you want to go check that video out. And I enjoyed that product a lot, so I went ahead and picked up the Bestiary 2 battle cards as well. And then the second product that I picked up for Pathfinder 2e is the Advanced Player's Guide spell cards. Previously on this channel, I have reviewed the other 5 spell card decks, the Arcane deck, the Divine deck, the Primal deck, and the Occult deck, as well as the Focus spell cards deck. And I enjoyed those products a lot, so when they announced that they were doing a spell deck for the Advanced Player's Guide, I was definitely interested in that as well. I will tell you, I haven't opened this product yet. There is a mystery I have not answered. There is one question that is going to determine whether I absolutely love this product or whether Paizo really annoys me with this product. And I don't know the answer to that question yet. I am going to save that literally for when I do the review. So those were a couple of Pathfinder specific pickups. And again, I do have a question for the community, which is, I have previously done reviews of the first Bestiary Battle Cards box and of the other 5 spell card decks. I kind of feel like I've already covered those products in great detail, and these 2 products are going to be very similar to previous reviews, so I'm kind of thinking about taking those 2 products and putting them together because they're kind of follow-ups to previous reviews. Would you be interested in me doing a combined video on the Bestiary 2 battle cards and the advanced spell deck, or would you like me to split those up? However, I am not done with all of my fun winter pickups. I've gotten a lot of stuff for Pathfinder, but another game that I really enjoy is Starfinder. And I'll just be honest, I've been having some fun picking up some Starfinder stuff recently. I don't currently have a Starfinder game going. As soon as this COVID nightmare is over, I plan on getting one up and running. But I have definitely been collecting Starfinder with that time in mind. The first thing that I picked up for Starfinder is actually something I've been looking for a while, and that is the Starfinder Deck of Many Worlds. This is a deck of cards that game masters can use to create their own planets inside of the Starfinder universe. I was looking for this for a long time, and I finally found one, finally got my own copy of it, so I am definitely looking forward to reviewing this. Additionally, recently I released my Starfinder core rulebook review, and I'm very happy to finally have that project up and available to you guys, in large part because it allows me to start talking about some of the other Starfinder products out there. If you've seen the Starfinder core rulebook review, you may remember that I said, while I enjoy Starfinder Starship combat, I do consider it to be a little bit vanilla. It's kind of plain for me. Well, recently I picked up the Starship Operations Manual as well as the newly released Starship Combat Reference Cards. I'm really hoping to be able to use these products to make Starship Combat a lot more interesting when I play Starfinder at my table. And I'm looking forward to diving into these products and letting you know if I think Paizo has delivered a better Starship combat experience thanks to these products. This brings me to my last and probably my favorite thing that I picked up over the holidays, which is the Alien Archive 4 for Starfinder. Now, if you saw my review of the Pathfinder 2nd Edition Bestiary 1 and Bestiary 2, in that review I referenced that the Starfinder Alien Archive series is the gold standard for me of what monster or alien books should be in role-playing games, and when they announced that there was a 4th book in the series coming out, I had to pick it up. Am I going to fanboy over this book as much as I fanboyed over the previous 3 Alien Archives? I may have already opened this up and found out that the answer to that is yes, but I am definitely looking forward to doing a review of the Starfinder Alien Archives because there is a lot of good stuff that I can talk about in this series. So anyways, that is all of the cool winter loot that I acquired for my gaming table. Which of these items that I picked up is your favorite, or which of these items that I picked up are you the most interested in seeing? Are there any specific questions that you have about these products that you would like me to answer when I do the reviews for them? Also, did you get any fun RPG pickups over the holiday season yourselves? Let me know what the coolest things that you've picked up for your gaming table are. Keep the conversation going in the comments section down below, and one more time, if you enjoyed this video, like it, share it, subscribe to the channel. I know this is a little bit of a different style of video for me. It's kind of a teaser for what might be coming in the next couple of months, but if you enjoyed this, definitely let me know, and if you prefer my regular content, please leave those comments down below. I want to produce things that are going to be interesting and entertaining to you. Thank you for being a part of the conversation, and have a wonderful day.